Kommen wir zu jener Stadt, die in den letzten Jahren die internationale Berichterstattung über Verkehrsberuhigung durchaus dominiert hat. Paris is not only the city of love, but for some years now also the city of cycling and the city of the transport revolution. And I'm very happy to welcome now Jan Gorog, the Chief of Staff of the Deputy Mayor of Paris. Hello Jan, how are you?
Hi everyone.
Thank you very much that you take part in our event, and I'm now very curious about your presentation on the greening measures in Paris. So this is your stage.
Fantastic. 1 second that I try to share the screen. Is it fine for everyone?
Yeah, it's fine. Thanks a lot.
Okay. So good morning, everyone. I'm very pleased to be among you today. So I'm Ian Gorog, the Chief of Staff of Dan Lert, so who's the Paris Deputy Mayor in charge of green transition, climate, water, energy since 2020. Unfortunately, couldn't be with you this morning. He's sorry and he asked me to speak on his behalf. So Dan is responsible for the climate action plan. So this is the document you have on the right. It's a very important document outlining more than 400 concrete actions to shape Paris' ecological future, set objectives, implement strategies, to both mitigate and adapt, which is the main topic of this morning. This overview is actually available in English on Paris website, so you can have a look if you're interested. I wanted just for a small introduction, I guess you probably discussed this morning. I cannot tell because I don't speak German, but you know that climate change is accelerating. We have very, very little time for action. Every degree matters. So those two pictures are important for me because you can see, the rising temperatures, average temperature in Paris that we project. And of course, all this has impact. We expect extreme climate events more frequently. So this is the second picture you have on the slide. We speak, of course, about heat waves during the day, also during the night. The night is very important because this is also the moment where people can recover. Just to be very simple, what we expect in 2050, we say that Paris climate should look like Sevilla today, right? So Andalusia, south of Spain, reaching heat waves at 50 degrees. So this is very serious, and this is why we try to implement adaptation policies to extreme heat. So Dan Lert, the Deputy Mayor I represent, is actually oversees these policies aiming to create freshness through, first of all, vegetations, fountains with misting also systems, right? And shaded areas where we cannot plant. But the main and most effective approach to cooling the city is greening. This is what we try to do. So the picture you have on the right is urban forests in an important square, used to be a square, but I will show you other example. So when possible, this is what we try to do. And the second approach, which is also important, is adapting buildings. So we speak about massive retrofitting, renovation. First, we target schools for children. There's a big program for this. We also have targeting, social equipment like nursing home, hospitals. What we have also in Paris, but that cannot be, developed so much, but it's very innovative cooling network using the Seine River to cool, using the water for the cooling network and renewable energy. So this is more or less, the two big approaches. I know I have not so much time, so I would like just to highlight some very specific initiative with very, would say, popular initiative in Paris, which is the School Streets Initiative. So first of all, it's about improving safety, right? So the streets in front of the schools, right? We try to take it back from the cars, right? And make it fully when possible for the children. So it's about better air quality too, greening. We also, when possible, put some playgrounds. This program is very massive during this mandate. We have more than 200 streets implemented in Paris, reaching approximately maybe 300 by 2026. And those school streets also have benefited, when possible, pedestrian walkway with large open green spaces and a light colored walkway, right? This is for adaptation. This is for reducing heat islands. So this is, I would say, a very important program that we implement. There are other programs also inside, I would say, the school with, for instance, the schoolyard, Oasis schoolyard program that also transform the schoolyard inside the school with planting trees, etc. Just to share with you very quickly significant transformations in Paris. The most impressive, the most if some of you had the chance to visit Paris, right, is the Seine riverbanks that were highway for cars, and that have been transformed totally, right, for people walking, for events, for expositions. This is a very notable, important transformation. Other one are the squares that were giant roundabouts in Paris. So I took two squares. Well, the goal of Paris was also to transform those roundabouts, and maybe a few numbers, because I know that this was asked before. For instance, since 2020, Paris have planted about 120,000 trees. So this is huge numbers, and maybe last, very emblematic, important transformation in Paris is the Rue de Rivoli, which is just behind me at the City Hall. Really, I mean, it was also a highway. This is a very old picture, but it has been fully transformed now. Really, I mean, for self-sustainable mobility, like bike path. Another number that I can share here is like, so we have today about 1,000 kilometers bicycle facilities in Paris. And since 2020, we created more than 100 kilometers of bike path. So this is strong I would say also courageous policies that Paris wanted and implemented during this mandate. And I would like to finish and the presentation, and maybe we could also discuss this all together with something else, but very important to connect air quality and pollution. This effort against, I would say, the space for cars have paid off. In 10 years in Paris, pollution has decreased by 40%. This is huge. So here we speak about fine particles, but which are probably, I mean, one of the pollutants more dangerous for health. But we have also the same for nitrogen dioxide. So this is those maps of Paris and those evolution, you know, are very important. And it's important to connect also those policies we implement for climate change, to mitigate, adapt, and also as a connection, direct connection when we speak about cars with pollution. And if we have a better air quality, we speak about health, right? So it's because still today in Paris region, we estimate that air pollution causes 8,000 deaths per year. This is huge. And when we speak about the diseases like asthma and everything, so those policies have also a strong impact on air quality. And this is also why it's important in Paris and why we wanted to implement this. Social justice, right? Connecting also those policies. I've tried to be very brief. So this is the end of the presentation, and maybe I don't know if there can be some discussion now.
Thanks a lot. It was a great presentation with facts, and it shows very well that better mobility could be more healthy, that measurements against climate change are very healthy for the population. I have one question. Major streets have been made car-free. The number of parking spaces has been significantly reduced and will be more reduced in future. And the parking fees have increased significantly. What was the reaction of the population to these measures?
Well, yeah. I have some numbers actually that I can share. I was looking for this. So that's true. When we speak about surface parking lots that have been reduced by it's a lot, 20,000 in Paris. But the target by 2030 is actually a lot more. It's 60,000. So this is a lot. This is a lot, but we have the chance also to have underground parking a lot in Paris. So the idea was also that the cars could be underground, which is true also when you speak about the fees and that have been increased a lot, but for one typical large vehicles last year. And it's also, it can be you can have a lot of controversies around, but most of the Parisians and the people here, I have the impression that they enjoy this because very few Parisians have a car today. Use a car. So we speak about a minority having and using, a majority of public space. So I have this impression, but we will see next year because elections are coming next year. Those policies are actually well welcomed by the population. And about the fees and the fees that are addressed directly to large and very big cars. Actually, there was a public votation. I don't know how to explain. Yes, is it the right word? So there was a public votation trying also to involve people here, seeing if they approve or not this policy, and I mean the votation was clear. So I hope, I guess, Parisians are happy about these transformations.
Thanks a lot. Also, please answer the questions in F&A, and
Okay.
have a nice day, and thanks a lot that you took part in our